Listen to me carefully, people of God. I want you to hear me, not with your ears alone, but with your spirit. Because what we are talking about today is not money as paper, not money as numbers, not money as currency. We are talking about money as a servant of spiritual laws. Money does not move randomly. Money does not answer effort alone. Money responds to spiritual alignment. Many people are praying for increase, but they are violating the very laws that govern increase. Many are fasting for breakthrough, but their hearts are closed where heaven expects openness. You cannot break spiritual laws and expect spiritual rewards. As we stand at the doorway of 2026, understand this truth. A new year does not change a man, but a changed man commands a new year. Time is innocent. Time only reveals who you are. If money has been escaping your hands, it is not because the year was bad. It is because something within you was not aligned. Money is not attracted to noise. Money is attracted to order. Money is drawn to purpose. Money follows responsibility. Let me tell you something that may shock you. God is not against you having money. God is against money having you. When money becomes your master, it destroys you. When God becomes your master, money begins to serve you. That is why some people chase money all their lives and never catch it, while others seem to walk calmly and money follows them. It is not luck, it is law. There are spiritual laws governing money, and whether you know them or not, they are working. Just like gravity does not ask for your permission before it pulls you down. These laws do not ask whether you believe them. They simply respond to alignment or violation. Many believers love prayer but hate responsibility. Many love prophecy but avoid principles. But hear me today. Prophecy may announce, but principles deliver. In 2026, money will not respond to sweat alone. Hard work without wisdom leads to exhaustion. There are people working harder than ever, yet are earning less peace than before. Why? Because money flows where spiritual order is respected. When your heart is disordered, your finances will reflect it. When your motives are polluted, your resources will leak. Money has ears. It hears the language of your heart. The first thing you must understand is that money responds to stewardship, not desire. Desire says, I want. Stewardship says, I am responsible. Heaven does not release resources into careless hands. God will never give you what will destroy you. That is why some prayers are delayed, not denied. You are praying for increase, but God is working on your discipline. You are asking for overflow, but heaven is checking your obedience. What you cannot manage in small measure, you will mismanage in abundance. Look at your life honestly. How do you treat what you already have? Do you respect it or do you waste it? Do you account for it or do you spend emotionally? Many people are poor not because they earn little, but because they manage poorly. Money obeys the law of accountability. When you respect money, money begins to respect you. When you despise small amounts, large amounts will avoid you. Another truth you must hear is this: money flows through value, not prayers alone. Prayer is powerful, but prayer does not replace purpose. God rewards value, not noise. The marketplace does not pay you for your intentions. It pays you for your contribution. If you want more money in 2026, ask yourself, what problem do I solve? The size of the problem you solve determines the size of the reward you receive. Many people want financial miracles but refuse to grow. They want harvest without seed, reward without responsibility. But hear me, money follows competence. Money follows skill. Money follows excellence. When you sharpen your gift, money sharpens its attention toward you. When you improve yourself, your income will eventually improve. Heaven invests in growth-minded people. Let me say this clearly, poverty is not always a lack of money. Sometimes it is a lack of value. When your value increases, your income cannot remain the same forever. That is why jealousy is dangerous. When you envy another man's harvest, you ignore his seed. Focus on becoming better, not bitter. Focus on growth, not gossip. In 2026, those who invest in their minds will command their finances. Another spiritual law is the law of giving. Giving is not charity. Giving is alignment. When you give, you are not losing. You are positioning yourself. Giving proves trust. God does not measure giving by amount, but by heart. Some give plenty, but trust God little. Others give little, but trust God fully. Money responds to generosity because generosity reflects confidence in God as your source. Hear me well, giving does not make you poor, fear does. Stinginess dries the soul. A closed hand cannot receive. When you release, you create spiritual circulation. Money is like blood. When circulation stops, death follows. When generosity flows, life follows. In 2026, if you want consistent provision, practice consistent giving, not emotional giving, not pressured giving, but obedient giving. Let me warn you, do not give to manipulate God. God cannot be bribed. Give as worship, not as a transaction. When giving becomes a seed, harvest follows naturally. When giving becomes pride, reward disappears silently. Check your heart. God blesses motives before amounts. Another law you must understand is the law of obedience. Money is sensitive to obedience. Partial obedience produces partial results. Delayed obedience produces delayed blessings. Many people shout, Amen, but resist instruction. Yet instruction is the bridge between prayer and manifestation. God often speaks to you about finances through correction, not comfort. When God tells you to cut certain habits, He is protecting your future. When He tells you to leave certain relationships, He is preserving your resources. Some financial struggles are spiritual warnings. Disobedience attracts unnecessary expenses. Obedience attracts divine covering. When you walk in obedience, you avoid costs you never budgeted for. Let me speak to you plainly. If you dishonor God, money will dishonor you. If you compromise your values for gain, that gain will carry sorrow. Fast money brings slow peace. Money obtained without integrity carries a curse of restlessness. In 2026, choose clean hands over quick cash. Choose obedience over shortcuts. What you gain wrongly will leave suddenly. There is also the law of focus. Money follows attention. What you constantly think about shapes what you experience. If your mind is full of fear, money will avoid you. Fear repels opportunity. Faith attracts direction. Many people say they trust God, but their thoughts are full of anxiety. You cannot attract abundance while meditating on lack. Train your mind. Speak life over your work. Speak order over your finances. Stop cursing your situation with careless words. Words are containers. They carry either faith or fear. When you constantly say, I will never have enough, your spirit begins to agree with scarcity. Change your language and your direction will change. Another law governing money is patience. Money respects timing. Impatience leads to waste. Many people lose more money through impatience than through failure. They rush investments. They rush decisions. They rush partnerships. And later they rush prayers. God is not slow. He is strategic. When you move ahead of God, you pay school fees unnecessarily. In 2026, learn to wait with wisdom. Waiting is not inactivity, it is preparation. While you wait, learn. While you wait, grow. While you wait, plan. Money favors those who can delay gratification. The ability to say not now is a sign of maturity. Those who cannot wait will always pay extra. Let me share another truth money response to peace. Confusion repels wealth. When your life is full of chaos, money leaks through emotional spending, poor judgment, and unnecessary conflicts. Peace is not weakness. Peace is power under control. When your heart is calm, your decisions are clear. When your spirit is settled, your finances become stable. Many people want money to solve their problems, but money amplifies who you already are. If you are undisciplined, money will make you more undisciplined. If you are generous, money will make you more generous. If you are angry, money will give you more tools to express anger. That is why God often works on your character before your income. In 2026, pursue peace more than profit. A peaceful mind attracts wise opportunities. A troubled heart attracts costly mistakes. When you are at rest, you can hear divine direction. And direction is more valuable than money. Let me conclude by telling you this. Money is not your enemy, but money is a test. It tests your trust, your discipline, your obedience, your generosity, your patience, and your focus. How you handle money reveals who rules your heart. God is not looking for rich people. He is looking for faithful people. When he finds faithfulness, he supplies resources. Do not enter 2026 begging money to come. Enter 2026 aligning yourself with the laws that govern it. Fix your heart. Fix your habits. Fix your mindset. Fix your obedience. When you are aligned, provision becomes natural. When you are aligned, favor becomes visible. When you are aligned, money begins to answer you without stress. May your hands become trustworthy. May your heart become pure. May your mind become disciplined. And may money serve you without controlling you as you walk in alignment, wisdom, and obedience in the name of the Lord. Listen to me carefully. What you are fighting is not money. What you are facing is your reflection. Money does not introduce a man, it exposes him. Before money enters your hands, it first passes through your character. That is why two people can receive the same opportunity and produce completely different outcomes. One multiplies it, another destroys it. The difference is not the opportunity. The difference is the person. Character defines how money responds to you. In this generation, many people are louder than they are focused. Noise has replaced discipline. Opinions have replaced principles. But hear me, focused lives always outgrow noisy opinions. You can shout about success, but discipline will quietly surpass you. You can argue about wealth, but stewardship will overtake you. Life does not reward volume. It rewards alignment. Money listens to focus. When your life is scattered, your finances will be scattered. When your attention is divided, your resources will leak. Focus is spiritual order. Focus is the ability to say no to many good things in order to say yes to the right thing. Many people are broke, not because they lack opportunity, but because they lack focus. They start many things, but finish nothing. They chase every voice and miss divine direction. Money does not follow confusion. Look at your daily life. Where does your time go? Where does your energy go? Where does your attention go? Your money will eventually follow the same path. If your focus is on pleasure, money will serve pleasure and disappear. If your focus is on growth, money will serve growth and multiply. Focus trains money how to behave around you. Noisy opinions will always criticize what focus is building. When you decide to discipline your spending, and people will call you stingy. When you decide to invest instead of impress, people will call you boring. When you decide to grow quietly, people will misunderstand you loudly. But focus does not argue. Focus produces results that silence noise. Stewardship determines the size of increase. This is a law, not a suggestion. God does not increase carelessness. Heaven does not multiply disorder. Increase is not a reward for prayer alone. It is a response to stability. If you mishandle little, more will not correct you, more will expose you. That is why some people pray for increase, but experience pressure instead. What they called blessing became burden because their capacity did not match their request. Stewardship is not about how much you have. It is about how you handle what you have. A man who cannot manage 10 cannot be trusted with 10,000. Money is observant. It watches how you treat small amounts. It listens to your attitude toward resources. When you respect little, little grows. When you despise little, abundance avoids you. Many people think stewardship is only about money, but stewardship begins with time. If you waste time, you will waste money. If you manage time poorly, you will manage finances emotionally. Discipline in one area attracts discipline in another. Order is transferable. Chaos is also transferable. When your life lacks structure, your finances will reflect that disorder. Hear this truth. Increase does not change character, it amplifies it. If you are generous with little, you will be generous with much. If you are dishonest with little, you will be dangerous with much. That is why God is careful with increase. He protects you from becoming a bigger version of your weaknesses. Character defines how money responds to you. Money has no loyalty to prayers alone. It responds to integrity. Integrity is what you do when no one is watching. Integrity is consistency between your private life and your public confession. When your character is unstable, money becomes unstable around you. When your character is solid, money finds rest in your hands. Many people want financial freedom, but refuse personal discipline. They want overflow, but avoid accountability. They want blessing without boundaries. But money respects boundaries. Discipline tells money where it can go and where it must stop. Without discipline, money becomes a visitor, not a resident. It comes and leaves without explanation. Let me speak plainly. Some losses are not attacks, they are consequences. Some financial struggles are not spiritual warfare, they are character warnings. When money keeps escaping your hands, heaven may be telling you to slow down, to learn, to mature. God would rather delay your increase than destroy your soul with premature abundance. Focus lives outgrow noisy opinions because focus builds depth. Noise builds ego. Ego spends money to be seen. Focus invests money to grow. Ego buys applause. Focus buys progress. Ego reacts. Focus responds. When your life is ruled by opinions, your spending becomes emotional. When your life is ruled by purpose, your spending becomes intentional. Many people are financially tired because they are mentally distracted. They listen to everyone and trust no principle. They jump from one idea to another. They chase trends instead of mastering skills. But mastery attracts money. Depth attracts demand. When you focus on becoming excellent at something valuable, money begins to seek you. Stewardship determines the size of increase because increase requires capacity. Capacity is built through consistency. Consistency is built through character. Character is built through choices. Every small decision you make is training your future. When you choose discipline over impulse, you are expanding your capacity. When you choose patience over pressure, you are preparing for increase. Money does not like panic. Panic produces poor decisions. That is why character matters. Character keeps you calm when emotions want to rule. Character keeps you grounded when opportunity excites you. Character protects you from deals that look good but are wrong. Without character, money becomes a trap instead of a tool. Let me say this clearly. If your character is weak, money will make you noisy. If your character is strong, money will make you quiet. True wealth does not announce itself. It builds silently. It grows patiently. It moves strategically. Noise attracts attention, but attention attracts pressure. Focus attracts growth. Many people talk about what they will do when money comes, but what are you doing now? Your present habits are rehearsing your future behavior. If you are careless now, you will be reckless later. If you are disciplined now, you will be wise later. Money responds to patterns, not promises. Character also determines who you become when money delays. Delay reveals maturity. Immature people complain, blame, and quit. Mature people learn, adjust, and grow. Delay is not denial, it is development. When you pass the test of delay, increase becomes safe. Focused lives outgrow noisy opinions because focus listens to instruction. Noise listens to validation. Instruction corrects you. Validation entertains you. One builds you. The other feeds ego. If you choose validation over instruction, your finances will stagnate. Instruction may hurt your pride, but it will heal your future. Stewardship determines the size of increase because stewardship attracts trust. When God trusts you, resources follow. When people trust you, opportunities follow. Trust is a currency more valuable than money. Lose trust and money becomes expensive. Keep trust and money becomes accessible. Character defines how money responds to you because money is attracted to safety. Character provides safety. Integrity creates stability. Discipline creates predictability. Money flows where it feels secure. That is why irresponsible people struggle to keep money. Money senses danger and escapes. Look at your reactions. How do you respond under pressure? How do you handle correction? How do you treat people who cannot benefit you? These things are connected to your finances more than you realize. Character is spiritual capital. When your spiritual capital is high, material capital follows. In the coming season, many will make noise, but only the focused will grow. Many will talk, but only the disciplined will multiply. Many will chase money, but money will follow those who have mastered stewardship. This is not about luck. This is not about background. This is about alignment. Money is a servant, but only to those who have mastered themselves. If you cannot control your appetite, money will control you. If you cannot control your emotions, money will expose you. Self-control is financial protection. Discipline is financial insurance. Focused lives outgrow noisy opinions because focus sees beyond now. Noise reacts to now. Focus plans. Noise complains. Focus prepares. Noise pressures. When you live for the future, your finances stabilize. When you live for the moment, your finances fluctuate. Stewardship determines the size of increase because increase demands wisdom. Wisdom is applied knowledge. Applied knowledge comes from humility. Humility allows you to learn. Pride blocks growth. Pride spends to impress. Humility invests to improve. Character defines how money responds to you because money magnifies your inner life. If you are anxious, money will increase anxiety. If you are peaceful, money will support peace. That is why peace is more valuable than profit. Without peace, profit becomes punishment. Do not be in a hurry to be rich. Be in a hurry to be right. Right decisions compound quietly. Wrong decisions accumulate regrets loudly. Focus on who you are becoming, not what you are acquiring. When you become the right person, money adjusts itself naturally. Stewardship is a mindset before it is an action. It is the awareness that nothing you have is accidental. Everything entrusted to you carries responsibility. When you see money as a trust, you treat it with respect. When you see money as a trophy, you abuse it. Character is built when no one is clapping. Focus is maintained when no one is watching. That is why focused lives outgrow noisy opinions. Noise needs an audience. Focus needs a vision. Vision pulls you forward even when progress is slow. Money does not change seasons. It exposes preparation. When opportunity comes, preparation decides the outcome. Stewardship is preparation. Character is preparation. Focus is preparation. Without preparation, opportunity becomes pressure. Let your life speak louder than your words. Let your discipline speak louder than your desires. Let your stewardship speak louder than your prayers. When your character is aligned, money will respond with stability, increase, and peace, because money always answers the one who has mastered focus, stewardship, and self-control.